Hey guys, I'm Andrea, and welcome to episode 24 of Careers Are Weird. I trust this podcast finds you well today. I want to keep it short, 10 minutes maybe. Let's see at the end. And today I want to talk about something that I'm doing right now. Why, how, and why I think we should all be doing it. So, this week is all about positioning yourself as a thought leader in your industry. So, if we go back to the origins of Careers Are Weird, it was really because a majority of the career interviews out there are with the predominantly male, 50 plus year old C suite MD level person, when in reality, companies would not thrive without the work and expertise of our age group, the elderly Gen Zs, younger millennials. We're out here doing important stuff and we're in different industries and we've got thoughts and opinions about all of these things. So, I know that the word thought leader and thought leadership is very kind of, I don't know, cringy to people, right? So before you write me and this whole episode off, let's define what it really is. So, a thought leader is someone who consistently shares valuable insights, engages with others, and is seen as an authority in their niche. It's about trust and credibility. So, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're the most experienced, but rather that you're willing to share, learn, and engage with others on topics that you're passionate about. That's what it is. It's not just about having the fanciest job title or the most connections, it's literally about sharing information. I know you guys think it's cringy, but it's information sharing, hey? So, why this topic this week? If you're connected with me on LinkedIn, which I hope you are, and if you're not, like go connect with me on LinkedIn right now. You know that I started my newsletter called What the Fish, WTF. And yeah, I'm using it to talk about everything in the blue economy from fisheries to supply chains to financing blue projects and anything else that comes up. Why? Because of the job I do and the industry I work in, I find it very interesting and I love to learn more and share what I'm learning. Big thing here. I'm not claiming to be the world's leading expert in marine biology through the newsletter, but I'm using it to connect to people who are interested in the same topics to widen my professional network. And, I've said this before on previous episodes and I'll keep saying it. What is basic common sense info to you in your bubble of your industry and your company is mind blowing Einstein level knowledge to someone else. Share what you know because it can help more people than you think. I'm only 3 editions into the What the Fish newsletter, and I'm genuinely getting cool feedback and questions. And that's awesome because it's allowing me to make more time to learn more, research more, and talk to people in my field. So there's like no negatives to it. So that was the why. Let's go to the really, really why. So, my company is building a tech product for the end to end seafood supply chain, and I want to be able to sell that product. In order to sell tech to people in the blue economy, I've got to be connected to people in the blue economy. And to do that, I've got to make myself known in the industry. So I'll use myself as an example because, center of the universe here. I'm kidding. But like, if I were a tuna fishery that's just been approached for our e-logbook that goes on vessels, and as a tuna fishery, you look Andrea up because why is she reaching out to you? You're gonna see, okay, she's a podcaster who talks about careers are weird. As the tuna fishery, you're probably not going to respond to my message or think I know what I'm talking about. There's nothing fishy about me, and I can't blame the tuna fishery for being like, okay, bye, or just straight up ignoring me. Now, there's no guarantees that this will work, but I'm trying to because I think emphasis on think here because remember guys, I'm 27. I'm living a life of trial and error right now. But I think positioning myself as someone who knows things about the industry through my newsletter will help with my street cred when it comes to tech sales because street cred is everything. Will it work? No, there's no guarantees. Will it hurt? No, it won't. It's giving pure potential upside. So, this is why I'm doing mine. But if we think about the guests we've had on the pod and the range of industries, you guys, We're all sleeping on our knowledge and expertise, and we need to share more. A big thing that I think we need to be doing is building in public. So it's important to note that thought leadership is a long game. Over 70% of you listening are between ages 25 and 35. That's what Spotify demographics are telling me. We're going to be working in some shape or form, whether corporate, startup, solopreneurship, or whatever, for a minimum of 30 more years. And I don't say that to be depressing. I say that in the hopes that everyone listening to Careers Are Weird will find themselves age 60 doing things that they want to do with their time and realizing economic benefits from it. With that said, because it's such a long game, it means that your first post doesn't need to get 100 likes for you to continue, or you could be at episode 24 of your podcast and not be viral. But you need to be consistent and authentic, because authenticity will always win in a crowded space. And the reason I say building in public is because if you're building and learning in public, it's that you're sharing your journey, your insights, and your progress as you go. So instead of waiting until you feel like an expert or until a project is perfect, you share what you're learning along the way. And I say that because I'm not an expert in fisheries, aquaculture, blue economy, but I'm learning things every day. I'm reading, I'm subscribed to news channels, I'm watching YouTube videos, I'm reading different books, different blogs and stuff. I'm learning, and as I learn more and I share that, it's so helpful for things to connect in my own head. So, a couple of reasons why I think you should build and learn in public. I think learning in public attracts a community. You'll get lots of engagement and feedback, because when you share what you're learning, it's inviting conversations. People will then share their own experiences, offer advice, or ask questions that you may not have thought of. This exchange will make your learning deeper and richer. Boom, that's a thumbs up. Networking. Sharing your learning can attract like minded people who might be on a similar career path. It will help you build a community of peers, mentors, and even potential collaborators who appreciate your transparency and growth mindset. We're not all out here trying to be Insta friends. We're building careers and we're trying to make money, and we need a network of people to support that. I'm not going to go around it. Like, we need a network that's going to help us realize everything that we want to realize financially. You're going to be establishing yourself as a resource. And this one, I think, was my biggest reason for WTF, What the Fish. Educational content builds authority. So when you share your insights, whether they're from the books you're reading, the courses you're taking, or just things you're figuring out through experience, you position yourself as a go-to resource in your field. People will start to see you as someone who has valuable knowledge to share, which, on the flip, positive plus side, it positions yourself for opportunities, because when you share your knowledge, people will notice. And it's often this visibility that leads to unexpected opportunities, like speaking engagements or invitations to podcasts or even job offers. Guys, if you build in public, you are literally helping the opportunities to find you. There's opportunities out there, but you're just helping them to find you. And I think a really cool one as well, and I guess it gets less cred, but it's really important, is that you're making knowledge more accessible. There is a problem when it comes to gatekeeping of knowledge in several industries, especially older industries, especially mine. I'm in fisheries. Fishing is one of the world's oldest industries. A lot of that knowledge is in old shipping towns, old port cities, with traders and distributors. There's a lot of gatekeeping of knowledge. And when you build in public, you make knowledge more accessible, because some fields and industries, they can be closed off and knowledge is kept behind paywalls. So by sharing your own experiences, you can make that knowledge more accessible to others who are just starting out. Remember, you're in your position now, and there's someone in an entry level role that is trying to be where you are right now. You're going to help them out by sharing some of that knowledge. And knowledge should be accessible. It's information, right? So I've said a lot of positives about trying to start being a thought leader and building in public and sharing information. The, the things that we need to work on now is like how to do it, because it's all well and good to say why, but like, how do you do it? You need to define your niche. be specific about your area of expertise. So, and I just got an example from Chatty, but if you're in digital marketing, do you want to be the email campaign or social media or SEO person? Pick something you're comfy with talking about and you're willing to continuously learn about. For me, for What the Fish, I've chosen fisheries and aquaculture. But, note here, your niche can change as you grow and learn new things. You don't have to die with the niche you picked today. Cause let's be real. I'm 27 now. Had I picked a niche at 17, it would have probably been, international trade. Oh, I don't know. But whatever it is, it wouldn't be the same thing I'm picking today at 27. So that's the first thing. Identify your niche, pick the thing that you're comfortable with continuously learning about. The second thing is identify your unique voice. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Don't try to sound like everyone else. Share your stories, your lessons, your perspective in your tone of voice. You guys hear me on this podcast every week. I don't try to sound like a stuffy corporate career thing. I sound like Andrea who thinks careers are weird. And I started a newsletter with the abbreviation WTF, What the Fish. That is me, 100% me, my voice, my tone, because authenticity will always win in a crowded space, guys. If I came on Careers Are Weird every week in a tone of voice that wasn't mine, consistency would be impossible because you can't keep that up. For me, I'm consistent. I'm at episode 24 now because I'm myself. I'm talking to you guys as me if we were to go out for coffee. Like this is it. So, define your niche, identify your unique voice and use your authentic voice. Create a content strategy. It's now you might be thinking content strategy. No, it's too markety. No. Just what I mean by that is pick a form for your content that you can be consistent with. So, blog articles, LinkedIn posts, short videos, or podcast episodes like this one. Consistency is everything. So, I've committed to Careers Are Weird podcast every Wednesday and What the Fish newsletters every other Thursday. So, I knew that I would need more time with the newsletter because I have to write it. So, I give myself 2 weeks to write new articles for What the Fish. And then with the podcast, my Sundays are dedicated to making sure that Careers Are Weird is out every Wednesday. But I've picked a timeline and a medium that I'm comfortable with. So for me, Careers Are Weird podcast, it's about talking. You guys have probably met me. I can talk. Hey, so that's a medium I'm happy with. And What the Fish is article form. I love long form writing. I enjoy writing. So you pick what you're good at, what you'd like to do, and what you're happy to do. So with all that said, now I've told you to pick a content strategy, pick a form, start posting. I know what you're thinking. LinkedIn is cringe. I hate that there's annoying weirdos out there that have ruined LinkedIn by posting things like engagement photos with the caption, I got engaged this weekend. Here's what it taught me about B2B sales. Those are gross. And I promise that is not what LinkedIn is. It's not just a job board, it's a place to show your expertise in a meaningful way with people to your network. I mean, just post. You see my What the Fish articles and Careers Are Weird posts, don't you? That's because there's plenty of non-cringe, authentic posts on LinkedIn. You just have to follow the right people and build the right network. So, guys, that's pretty much it for this week. You guys are geniuses in your respective industries. So teach what you know and share what you learn. If you keep it real, your industry will be grateful for the fresh, young perspectives and views. You can attract mentors, and yeah, you can attract headhunters as well. Building and learning in public is a way to take control of your own narrative and career growth. And it turns every step forward into an opportunity to connect with others, gain insights, and position yourself as someone who's not just an expert, but a lifelong learner. And in today's fast paced, ever changing world, that is such a powerful place to be. I love our tiny and growing podcast community. Please follow Careers Are Weird on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Subscribe, rate it, thumbs up it, double tap it, all the fancy social media things. It helps the show big time, and I appreciate you all. That's it for this week. New episodes are out every Wednesday, so go be a thought leader and Until next Wednesday, stay weird and stay ambitious, my friends.